This is a follow-up to the white painting practical that we've done on still life, okay, using the torches. Okay, so what we have here is a little white jug with a little chrysanthemum, and we made a background, a base and sides using white card. Now what we did to light this up was we used a torch, okay? So we want the background to be white now, because if you look at it closely it's actually kind of grey, okay? Normally at home when I do this I would use the lighting to get the actual background white, but we improvised by using a torch, and now we can get into Photoshop and we can make it whiter, okay? So on the right hand side over here you have sliders. Now if you go up here to the top there's little white lines, okay? So if you click on camera raw defaults, and that sets everything back. So if any of these sliders are at numbers, that'll take them back, okay? So now what we do is we go down here to the sliders and we go to whites and we push it along, slide it along, okay? You can see the image changing colour, okay, getting whiter, brighter. So I'm saying kicking about 64, okay? So I'm happy with that. So next what I'll do is I'll go up to the top here, okay, and I'm wanting the adjustment brush. So I would hover over and it says adjustment brush, left click, okay, come back over the right hand side and you see there's a little number here. Now we want to reset all this again. So go again to the little white lines, left click, this time go to reset local correction settings, left click, everything comes back to 0, okay? So we get the white and we slide it along, but I'm going to go to 64 again, okay? Now you adjust accordingly, okay, because your picture might be darker or lighter, so you adjust to how much white you need. Up the top here it says new, so okay, so we want to have the little black dot, so we click in there. Then we come over to our image. Now we're going to brush round it, kind of painting, okay? So what we're going to do is you can adjust the size of your brush by using the square bracket keys on your keyboard, okay? Now you can either use the left square bracket key to decrease the size of your brush, or the right square bracket key to increase the size of your brush. So I'm going to increase and I'll decrease a bit more. So now what we do is we actually paint over the image, okay? Now as you see, I'm painting here, it's coming up white compared to the tones here which are greys and blues, okay? So now I'm going to go around carefully, okay? Now don't worry if you go on top of the flower or anything like that, that's not a problem. So just go around, paint everything white, okay? Best you can. Now I want to keep the shadow here, okay? Now this is a very quick tutorial, okay, because to do it properly it takes a lot longer than this, so it's not going to be perfect. So I'm just going to keep down here, okay? So I want to keep the shadow, and I'm just going to gently come over here and bring it in softly, okay? So you see a little shadow at the bottom coming around, all the way around there, okay? Now you might want to keep the lines, but I want a clean background, okay? So I'm going to take the lines away. There we go. Okay, I'm going to keep the shadow. And I'm just going to get in here. It's much easier for me to get in here and do it that way. Okay, and I'll show you in a minute how to get that back. Okay, so now we go around the handle. Okay, I've got the white here. Look. Don't worry at all if you go in anywhere, because we can actually rectify that, okay? So if you go in here as well, right, you can reduce the size of the brush, right? You just go in gently, but don't worry if you go on anything. So that's got a blue tinge in there anyway, because it's a shadow on the inside of the handle, okay? So as you see here, I've went in here, okay? So what I'll do now is I go up here to the right and it says erase. So if you click on erase, okay, and you come back down and you gently brush over where you went in. Okay, so it's went back on the outside. Again, add just your brush size to what you need. Okay, make it very small. I'm going to get in here. Okay, so you just do it as you can do it. Okay, there we go. And this little bit here. Okay, so it's not the perfect shadow now because, as I say, you need to spend more time on it getting it perfect. But you spend time and it makes it nice. That's worth the while. Okay, so over here you have this here and it's called the mask. So if you tick here, it shows you where you've missed on the image. Okay, so we can go back over. Okay, we adjust the brush size and we just brush over the white parts. Okay, so adjust the brush again, make it smaller. Okay, and we just brush around when it's white. Don't worry at all about getting in to any of the flower. Okay, don't worry about here because we did say we were going to leave some of that here for the shadow. Okay, and the little shadows here. Get the corners, this part here, this part here, and here, around here. Now if you feel you've been in there too much, okay, you just go to erase and gently take off. Okay, and adjust the brush. Feel it's in here's too much. Okay, you just go inside very gently. Okay, and follow the line round. Okay, now you see I've went in there in white, so I would go back and I would add, and I would just go back in here and I would take off that white bit. Okay, so we'll click on the mask and you can actually see the white's went in there. So now I can see what I'm doing on the outside. I just go and I just brush in. Okay, so we've now got the shadow at the bottom. Okay, not perfect, but it's okay to give you an idea. And everywhere is white, so I'm quite happy with the white background. I'm happy with the vase. The shadows on it are fine because it's the colour, because you've got the shadows hitting off things. Okay, now if you want to remove what you had on here, because remember that on the mask, if you click on the mask, okay, increase your brush size, you can actually take off the light you added. Now some light can be left because you might need a bit of light. Okay, so don't worry, adjust the brush size and take off what you want. Okay, so you're just taking off with the actual light that you put on here. Okay, you might want some on, you might not, depending on the image as well. Okay, so now what I'll do is go back, click, and I've got my image. So now what I would do is I would go open image. Okay, just wait on opening a few minutes. Okay, so I'll go over here to the left, and if you hover over here, it'll say spot healing brush tool. So I'll left click on there, I'll come back. Now if you look on the image, there might be little speckles or something. There's a little dot here. Okay, I'm going to remove, there's another one here. Now here, I'm not too keen on this bit of bright light, so I'm going to take that off, right? Okay, that reflection. Now, it doesn't need to be perfect, I'll tell you why, because the shadows and everything coming in here are just all over the place, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll take this little light off. Okay, so I'll leave that catch light and that catch light. Okay, so if you look here, this is like, if you've got to be very careful what you're doing, because you can still see the blue on the white. Okay, so when you're doing it, just make sure, even if you zoom in, you double check. Okay, because you can zoom in and double check. Right, so what I would do now is I would go to layer, duplicate layer, or control J. Okay, and I've got two layers, and filter, Camera Raw. Okay, now up here you've got this little box that says, you hover under them, you've got one that says HSL Grayscale, left click, and you have Hue, Saturation and Luminance. Okay, now click on Luminance. So we've got oranges, yellows and greens, so I want to bring out the orange a bit brighter, okay, and the yellow and the greens a bit, okay. Now if you want to reduce the saturation, say in the greens, you can change it here, like, okay. I'm just quite happy where it is, I'm not really bothered where it is, it's fine. Okay, so we'll go back to luminance. So now if you click down here at the bottom, you get this little box, you click on there, it shows you the before of the flower and it shows you the after, okay, so you can actually see what you've changed, okay. So maybe the greens will give it a little bit more luminance, so it's not really coming up more there, so that's enough anyway. So let's go to okay. Okay, so if you look here, you might think, right, it's okay, but these tips here are a bit bright, I'm not too keen on them. So what you do is you go down to the bottom here, you get the little square with the circle in it, left click, and it'll give you a layer mask, okay? So then back over here to your left, you have little boxes, so you will put the black box by clicking the little arrow, and that will go over the white. The black will go over the white. Go up here, hover over this brush tool. If you need to right click and it shows you in here what we have, click on left click on the brush tool, okay? Now then go to your keyboard and click down by holding down Control and then click I, and the image comes back to what it was, okay? So that's your image back, so it's, you can have it like that and then just brush in light parts, okay? So let's try this. So if we go here and then white, we need to put the white over the black for that, sorry. Okay, and then brush it in, okay? See, and it brings in what you want in light, okay? That brings your luminous in, back in again, okay? So it's up to you where you want it to go. There we go, okay? So it's white over black to bring it in, and if you want to take it off, you click the black over the white and it takes it off, okay? So we're going to bring it in, there we go. Okay, so before and after, okay? Now this part, if you go black over white and you get your brush and you click on that part up here, it brings it in darker, okay? So you might want that bit darker up here, or you might want it lighter. It's entirely up to yourself. Okay, so next what we do is we go over and we go into this little black background copy and we right click and we flatten image. Okay, so again we would bring a new layer, so you can either Control and J, that brings a new layer, or go up to layer and do it up here. Okay, so we've now got a new layer. Okay, we want to go to filter, which is up at the top here, so left click on filter, click on other, high pass, and you'll see a grey box, okay? Now I've set it at 2.4 for this, you can adjust it whatever you want, like you can go higher. I think that would be too much, okay, so I'm just going to stick about 2.4 for this image. Change it for other images, try different ways, okay? Don't just stick to the one. Well, can't get it to 2.4, so what you do is 2.4, okay? Click OK. So you've got your grey box here, right? Down here you have a grey box also. So if you go here and you click on this little arrow, you'll see all your blending modes. So go to overlay, okay, and it'll bring your image back. Go down to the bottom, the little square box with the circle, bring up a layer mask, okay? So click on there and you bring up a layer mask. Now what we do is we go over here, we want to click on the keyboard, want to know Control and I, and that will bring the picture you originally had back, okay, before you put the high pass on. Now we make sure the white's over the black, we go up here and we get our brush tool again, okay. Now what we do is you can check the opacity up here, it can be whatever you want. I'm going to set it to 100 for this, okay. I'm going to reduce the size and I'm going to come over, okay. Now if you look in the little black box, you'll see this is what I'm bringing through. I'm bringing through the sharpness, okay, of little bits of it. So you can just go round edges, It's entirely up to yourself. Okay? So if you go around edges, or look, it gives it a kind of a 3D effect. Okay? It's entirely up to you. I'm not going to do it all because I see this is a very basic one for me to do quickly for you. Okay? Just a basic, quick tutorial. You spend time on it and you'll see really good results. Okay? There we are. So maybe a couple of the veins out in the leaves. Okay? Okay? So if you click here, you'll see it before, and click it now and you see the sharpness in here everywhere. So okay, so again over here, right click and flatten image. So now you have a white background. You can see it's sitting on something because you've got the shadow coming along. Now this bit here, the line, look, it hasn't went away. So what I would do, I've noticed that, so I would go over here and I would click on here, hover over here, okay? It's not going to show me now. Anyway, right click and get your spot healing brush, okay? Come back over and just run that across it, okay? And it takes it away. So any questions, just feel free to ask, okay? As I say, that was a very, very fast. You take your time with it and you'll get it perfect, okay? Because it's not 100%.